Okay, so the next person that we are about to call off now, a bragging moment. So Pharm Jennifer was actually my colleague, and I had the honor of doing life in pharmacy school with her. And trust me, she was one of those persons that I secretly admired because, when someone is giving this boss babe aura, and she's still acing her academics, doing so well, yet she had engagements with IPSF then in school. She was active in Pharms and these student exchange programs where people travel to other countries to experience their institutions for a few weeks. I think she went for one of those and it was a big deal then. And she's still doing a lot of amazing stuff. So I just wanted to say, please grab your notepad and be ready to listen to her. As you can see, the topic is maximize your internship journey, which is our theme. Or our specific topic is the value of mentorship and entrepreneurial skills. So over to you, amazing MC. She's already in the room with us. So we are going to get into it immediately.
So let's meet Pharm Jennifer Ekuma. This is a citation that I'm reading. She is a pharmacist and regulatory affairs professional with a strong interest in healthcare compliance, product lifecycle management, and digital health solutions. She is a graduate of the University of Uyo, where she obtained a Bachelor of Pharmacy, building a solid foundation in pharmaceutical sciences, and completed an internship with a supply chain giant, New Heights Pharmaceuticals Company. Jennifer Ekuma has hands-on experience in regulatory dossier review, documentation and compliance for healthcare and digital health products, supporting products, technical and operations teams to keep innovation compliant, reduce approval delays, and minimize regulatory risks. With a background that combines pharmacy, entrepreneurship, and product management, she is skilled at translating regulatory requirements into clear, practical product decisions. Her strengths include regulatory documentation, compliance checks, regulatory strategy across the product lifecycle, and compliance-driven decision-making. What sets her apart is her ability to bridge regulation and product execution, ensuring that healthcare products are safe, compliant, and market-ready. Her interests align with improving patient safety, advancing digital health solutions, and contributing to global health goals. Her previous role as a medical virtual assistant fueled her passion to improve the digital health space in Nigeria. As she comes up, please let us give virtual ovations to our first guest speaker. From Jennifer, you can have the mic.
Hello, everyone. Can you all hear me? Please confirm you can hear me. Okay, I'm very clear, right? Okay. Thank you so much for the introduction. I don't even know, let's say I am amazed. I don't even know whether it's excitement. I really don't know what it is right now. But whatever it is, I am happy that PharmSecure created this opportunity for young pharmacists. Because as a curious and attention to detail pharmacist, I was really reaching out to my predecessors, because there's this thing they say, you don't want to make mistake at every level. You don't just want to make a mistake. You really want to get it right and get it right once. And because of that, the fear and the anxiety, I was always in communication with my predecessors. I needed to know what is happening in the industry. I needed to have a clear goal of what I want to achieve as a pharmacist. One thing is clear, I love money. And if you love money, you will have that drive of wanting to be the big players in the industry. Don't be deceived though, there is money in your profession. I just want to tell you that. One thing is sure, that there is money in your profession. And I don't know why she gave me this topic. Maybe she has seen my work out there, because I am actually the CEO of Clean Fragrance. I started that fragrance brand in school. And I'll tell you for sure that this fragrance brand have distributors across Nigeria as we speak. And they're not one or two. These are like fragrance brands that is doing well and is still in its growth stage. So you can actually do a lot as a pharmacist. You can be a cosmetologist. You can be you can actually be in the space of telemarketing. Like, there's a lot. When they say there is a lot in your profession, my sister, my brother, I'm telling you now that there is a lot in your profession. So I will start by talking about the importance of mentorship. So I interned in New Heights. And one of the reasons why I chose New Heights as my place of internship, I was very intentional about where I want to do my internship. As at the time, all my colleagues wanted to be in the hospital because of the pay. And what set me apart in wanting to know where I want to do my internship, I asked myself this question: in 5 years' time, where do I want to see myself? And I'm throwing that question to every one of you in the house. I don't know if you've written that down. I don't know if you are moving by the wave. I just don't know what is driving you. But whatever is driving you, ensure you document it. Because if it's not documented, it didn't happen. And you don't have a clear path, as you said, internship roadmap. Everybody should have a clear path of where they want to be today, where they see themselves in the next 5 years, and that's also in the next 10 years. And that is what mentorship can do for you. So when I got into New Heights, I was intentional about identifying the key players in the industry. I was opportune to work in diverse sectors in New Heights, which is the wholesale management, the community, pharmacy. There was no opportunity for hospital there because it was really a lot. And then regulatory with business development and management. So I decided to go to the business development and management. I didn't decide, but I showed up with value. That's actually what differentiated me from other of my colleagues that also intend in New Heights at the same time when I intend. When I had a conversation with one of the manager for business development and strategy department, I noticed that there is a gap. And what is the gap? Who is going to take up the regulatory position? There was a fall at that point. So I said, this is my chance to take up this for me to be seen. You need to be seen before they can hear you. If you are not seen, nobody will identify you in the room. So you need to enter the room. Let everything about you be speaking. Let your aura be speaking. Contribute where necessary. If you don't even understand what's happening, thank God that we're even in the era of digital health. You can ask ChatGPT, what's going on in this meeting? How do I come in? Even before you have a meeting, you need to ask questions. So that was when I realized that I need to make this man my mentor. So I identified my mentor and I followed up. So you don't come to the table of your mentors and you're like, so I just want you to be my mentor. Oh Lord, they won't listen to you. You have to know what they are intrigued. You have to understand. People have to have a common conversation, a common drive, and a common goal. And what was the common goal with myself and my mentor was the fact that he likes somebody that is proactive. So I was a very proactive intern. Even when I don't understand what's going on, I get to ask questions till I get my answers. So I'm urging everyone here, whether you are a pharmacist or you are a recent graduate or you are still a student pharmacist, please take your book, write down things you want to achieve in 1 year time. Where do you want to intern? Where do you want to see yourself doing your internship? Are you going by the flow of, oh, these people pay better, these people do this one? Or are you driven by your inner spirit? What is really your drive? What is really your goal? So that is going to align you to get what you want. And as an intern in New Heights, I can tell you for a fact that I was very proactive when it was time for, because in New Heights, they do 3 months in a particular sector, and after 3 months, you get to move on to the next sector. But because I was so proactive and I was so instrumental in business development and strategy department, because I know that I really want to know what's happening in the industry, how these people are able to become the best and the first wholesale distributor to have a partner called Home Run, a BP monitor. How were they able to do it? Like, you have to ask yourself questions before you be able to identify where you want to be. So for me not to be pushed out, or for me not to be seen as just, oh, she's just an intern. Oh, she's just an intern. During meetings, nobody even know that I'm an intern. During anything that is nobody, you can never identify me. I'm not even wearing the tag sheet on my face. Oh, I'm an intern. I wasn't even wearing my name tag. I wasn't even wearing my company tag. So I was so proactive that you can mistake me for a full-time staff. That's because I have identified what I want to get from this place, and I'm able to pursue it to the point that you can't say no to me. That's the main thing when it comes to identifying your mentors. You need to bring something to the table. You need to present something in the table. As Pharmacist was saying that, oh, we have three categories of pharmacists. The ones that they were born into a rich family, that they don't even know what they want to do with the certificates. They just want to bear the tag pharmacist. And secondly, the ones that are the average spotlight, where okay, you have a bit of help, but you don't have it all. And then the ones that don't even have any help at all, like the ones that are the first to start up something new in their family. I think I belong to the category of the ones that is the first in the family to become a pharmacist. But did I let that pull me down? No, because I need to prove to them that being the first does not mean you can go and fail. That was actually what ignited my curiosity. That was actually what ignited I want to know more, I want to connect more, I want to be everywhere. I need to identify what I really want out of this profession, because I chose it myself. I should be able to prove it. So the truth is, you can be in that category, but the world awaits you. You can't enjoy a world that you did not create, as she said. So that's the thing I'm urging everyone here listening to me, that one thing is sure: if you have the right mentor, you will go far in life. I can't even count how many times my mentor was able to pull me through, even when I felt like I am not good enough. Even when I feel like, this is not for me. As an intern, I went for the position of the financial secretary, Lagos YPG. He was the one that even listened to my manifesto. That's to tell you how instrumental your mentors can be in your life. He was the one that listened to my manifesto before I was even able to present it in front of anyone. So your mentors are like your fathers, your spiritual heads, and everything. If you can share anything with your mentor and you feel safe sharing it, you are good. Because you cannot say somebody is your mentor, but people don't even converse. Your mentor is someone that holds your hand and pull you through, even when everything feels blurry. So you have to be intentional about who you identify as your mentor. And I was opportune to be in a state of having a mentor that I come to office every day to see. Imagine if my mentor is not somebody I see every day. So I grew up understanding his kind of person, understanding what conversations that he likes. So and then the funny thing about it is that it's your mentor that will reach you to others. It's your mentor that will make you get identified out there. So I became a regulatory pharmacist because I've always wanted to be in the policy and in the policy space. So I did a lot of public health in school, and then coming out as a pharmacist, I wanted to really understand what is happening in the healthcare sector. So the moment we had our first meeting, and then he was like, I need somebody that is going to, I just said, don't worry, I'm going to handle the regulatory aspect. When I left New Heights, he was the one that handed me my first clients for me to help to register their products in NAFTA. He was the one that handed me my first client. He was the one that pitched me even when I was not in the room. You see, I'm just trying to sell all of this because mentorship is very important as a young pharmacist. Once you identify someone that is ready and willing to hold your hand, to pull you through, please go for that person. Don't even think twice. And the funny thing is that position is not comfortable because you always want to outdo your mentor. You always want to be ready to listen. You always want to if you're not that proactive, they will leave you behind. Your mentor cannot be telling you, I think I want some, and you're like, sir, I'm having so thing, and then if you look well, your excuses are not even how do I say it? And not even something, it's not even substantial to hold water. So you have to always be ready to listen, always be ready to act. Because these are the two things that will be able to win your mentor's attention. Because everybody in this life is busy, including you. You are busy, but what are you busy with? That's the idea. What are you really busy with? So I don't know. At this point, I want to pause and ask, please, are you people following me? Let me know if I'm just talking to myself alone. Please, if you're following me, I feel like you should just drop an emoji. Yeah, I can see. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. Moving on to entrepreneurship. As a born entrepreneur that developed, named, created a branch in the fragrance industry, I think I should say this. You need an entrepreneurial spirit for you to move on in life, because everything is business. Even you as a pharmacist, how do you want to negotiate for your license if you're not an entrepreneur? How do you want to negotiate that? Are you just the kind of person that will just come to the table and like, okay, whatever is offered to you, you are like, okay, that's fine, let's go? No, you cannot be an OES member. It's not even necessary. It's not even important. It's not even good to be an OS member. You have to always know when and how to negotiate, because that skill is very important. And that's one of the skills a good and born entrepreneur have. Because you cannot come to the table and everybody is saying, okay, that we can do this, and you're like, okay, whatever it is, let's just go ahead with it. Whatever it is, I'm okay with it. No, please. Always make sure that whenever you are in agreement with something, you have a reason for being in agreement with that thing. Don't just be in agreement with something because you feel like, oh, everybody is in agreement, so you should also be in agreement with that. It doesn't speak well of you. And that's one of the things my mentor identified in me. So you can't be in agreement with everything. That's why you have to ensure you do your research, you walk through that path to ensure that you don't even leave any stone unturned. It's very important to identify a mentor in the industry you want to belong to. If you are seeing yourself to have like a community pharmacy around the world or in Nigeria or nationwide, whatever it is, please try and identify somebody that is going to hold your hand. Try and identify someone that is in that industry that is doing well. And you have to come with questions that are very valid, questions that is going to answer your curiosity. If not, you'll just end up not even knowing what you want out of life. So identifying a mentor is very important. Having an entrepreneurial skill is very, very important, because these two things are going to help you scale up in life. It's going to help you, not like a situation whereby, okay, you are good, you know the clinical aspect of the pharmacy, but you don't even understand the business aspect. I don't even know if any one of you here understand that if someone is to register a pharmacy premise, a branch, a pharmaceutical industry, and the person reaches out to you to tell you things like that, oh, I want to register a pharmacy, and then you're like, okay, no problem, that's fine. And the person is telling you that I want to use your name, for registration on CSP. And you're like, go ahead, you can do that. When you know that if anything happens to that person's business, nobody is seeing them. They're seeing you. They're not seeing any of the people running that business. You are the one that is being seen. It's just like your license covering your premise. That's the same thing when CSC pulls up information concerning that company. It's you that they're seeing. Now, what's it going to do for you? Now, that is when, if the person is coming up with that kind of approach, you're like, no, I have documents that you need to sign. I have agreement documents that you need to sign. And percentages that you have to give me if this company in 5 years time grows to this point. So you have to be very intentional. You have to keep your documents, you have to sign it. Contract agreement is very important. And you can't be thinking of having a contract agreement if you don't even have an entrepreneurial skill. So in all of this, you have to build that skill because it's very important in life generally. I will leave you guys with this. First, mentorship gives you direction. Entrepreneurship gives you ownership.
Okay, so while we are waiting for our network to get back, please, if you have any questions, very quickly put it together. We'll be getting to that part where you can ask questions. She has said some very important things. So I got something from what she has said. Yes, I wrote it down here. I paraphrased it as your mentor does not have to be far-fetched. It just has to be someone who is more experienced and willing to advocate for your progress as a young person. So you can actually look for someone that's already doing well right where you are, and get into a mentorship situation with them. Most times when we hear mentors, somebody will just sit down in their house and say someone like maybe Dangote is their mentor, someone that does not even know you exist. So you don't have to look too far to get a mentor. From what she has said, it was at her internship center she recognized a mentorship quality in her boss, and she went close, she committed herself, and you can see what he did. He gave her first client. So he did not just walk the path and encourage her. He actually did some, went out of his way. He had to put his reputation and his name at stake to make sure that she has that first experience that will boost her to do even more. And this is someone that just left internship. So you can see how powerful the concept of mentorship actually is. She was willing to be committed to learn, and there was someone that was also willing to advocate for her progress, and she has made tremendous progress. I hope we all got that. So whether you're a final year student, there's always that all the lecturers cannot be evil. There's always that one lecturer that you can actually draw close to, learn from them, and you see how they'll just keep pushing you. I have stories of my colleagues that got their internship placement because a lecturer made a call. So it's actually possible. For those of us who are already working or are at our internship placement center, they don't just go there every day, get your salary at the end of the month and walk away. They're actually people that are ready to help you advocate to your next level. But are you willing to submit yourselves to them? and commit to the process. So that's the big question I want you to go home with. I'm just reiterating what she has said. Jennifer, are you with us? Are you back?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
Please go ahead.
So I want to just leave you guys with this. Please be intentional during your internship. I won't emphasize on this again. When I mean somebody got me my first client, you should know that I'm not talking about thousands of naira on the table. I'm talking about millions of naira on the table here. So please, it's very, very important to be intentional. Don't count months and days of, oh, I just need to leave this place. I can't wait. This place is frustrating me. I just can't wait. There's somebody there. You have to do something different. You have to leave your footprint there. And I will tell you forever that if I walk into New Heights today, everybody recognizes me. Not as someone that is so stubborn or someone that, oh, this pharmacist, I don't used to do anything. Like honors. The CEO said it one certain time, oh, if I can employ someone as proactive as Jennifer. So please leave your footprint anywhere you go. It's very important. And as they say, pharmacy is a small world. You will meet all those people as you go, as you climb the ladder of success. They are everywhere. So you don't want your image to be in this. Everybody's like, oh no, she didn't do her work, or she was not good. Please, you don't need that image at all. Let your work speak. So you have to seek structured mentorship. What I mean by structured mentorship, you need to be intentional about who you call your mentor. As Pharm said, you cannot just see Dangote and say, oh, Dangote is my mentor. No, Dangote is not your mentor because he does not know anything about you. You can't call him your mentor. So you have to answer these 3 questions when you're choosing a mentor. Does this person have me at heart? Can this person be proactive about my success? And am I ready to work with this person? Because 2 cannot work together except they agree. So you have to be bringing something to the table as much as you want to collect something from the table. So you have to seek structured mentorship. Finally, develop entrepreneurial thinking skill. You don't necessarily need to have a business to have that. You can go online, use your time to check YouTube, as she said. So when you come back from work, what do you do with those few hours before you go to bed? Do you use it going around, scrolling through social media to look for one thing or the other? Or do you use it to say, okay, I just need to add one skill to myself. If this thing is going to help me climb the ladder of success, then it's very important. Please add it. So thank you so much, guys, for listening and having me once again in your midst. Thank you.
Thank you very much, from Jennifer. Please, but I just want to call, if there's anyone, there should be someone anyway, anyone to just in 30 seconds just share what you gained over the last 2 sessions. Please, you can unmute your mic in 30 seconds, please.
All right. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Thank you, Pharm Jennifer, for that profound session. I really learned a lot. One thing that stood out to me was that she said we should make sure we are going for an internship in a local facility that we see ourselves, in an aspect of pharmacy that we see ourselves doing chasing as a career path in 5 years, 10 years from now. So money should not, for me, that's what I got. Money should not be the main thing, or just going with the flow. Everybody's doing hospital pharmacy, or everybody's doing this. What do you really want to do? Because pharmacy is broad. What aspect of pharmacy do you want to go into? Then try to use your internship here as a foundation period for you to start in that part. So that's one thing that stood out to me.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Jennifer, for this beautiful section. There's one thing I learned. I learned that when we go for our internship, it's very important that we leave a print there. It's not just, we shouldn't just go there and be a regular intern that counts down months to when we leave the place. It's important that we are very proactive so that when next we step our feet into that place, we'll be someone that, I don't know, but that's what I learned. And also, she also said it's important that we develop entrepreneurial thinking skills. So she said that whenever you come back from classes or your spare time, you can go on YouTube and add a skill, learn something new every day. So that's what I learned. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sidima, for sharing.